Journey begins above Titanic wreck site in North Atlantic Ocean.
Research vessel deploying advanced submersible.
Submersible descending into darkness toward Titanic.
Submersible lights illuminating ocean floor. Powerful beams revealing sediment. Titanic bow section emerging from darkness. Once proud ship, now covered. Rusticles formed by iron-eating bacteria consuming steel hull. Delicate rust formations show.
Survey team documenting Titanic structural condition. Advanced sensors scanning hull plating, rivets, and internal structure assessing salvage feasibility.
Titanic stern section 2,000 feet from bow. Debris field containing thousands of artifacts. Personal belongings, ship components. Engineers assessing hull structural integrity. Critical analysis determining if deteriorated steel can withstand lifting forces during salvage operation.
Specialized salvage vessel arriving at wreck site. Enormous ship equipped with lifting capacity.
ROVs deploying cradle sections beneath Titanic bow. Remotely operated vehicles working at extreme depth positioning support structure under deteriorated hull.
Ultra-high-strength synthetic cables attaching to Titanic hull. Advanced materials rated for extreme depth and massive loads distributing lifting forces safely.
Giant buoyancy tanks deploying around Titanic hull. Controlled flotation chambers providing additional lift capacity reducing cable strain during ascent.
Protective polymer coating stabilizing deteriorated hull. Advanced material penetrating rusticles and weak steel preventing disintegration during lifting.
Critical stress points receiving additional reinforcement. Engineers strengthening weak areas preventing catastrophic failure when lifting force is applied. Lift operation initiating slowly. Hydraulic systems and buoyancy tanks beginning to raise 15,000-ton Titanic bow section from ocean floor. Structural sensors monitoring hull integrity continuously, measuring stress levels, ensuring deteriorated steel withstanding lifting forces without failure. Titanic bow reaching 10,000 feet depth. Rusticle-covered hull ascending steadily through darkness as historic salvage operation progresses successfully. Rusticles streaming from Titanic hull during ascent. Delicate rust formations created by bacteria over 113 years trailing in ocean currents.
Cable tension monitoring showing even load distribution. Engineers ensuring 15,000-ton hull weight distributed safely across all lifting cables.
Titanic passing 7,500 feet depth, marking ascent halfway point. Water clarity slightly improving as lead.
Hull plate separation visible from lifting stress. Deteriorated steel showing gaps between plates revealing extreme deep sea creatures fleeing Titanic during ascent. Unique marine life that colonized wreck over 113 years displaced by salvage operation.
Buoyancy tanks adjusting for optimal ascent rate. Controlled venting maintaining safe 5 foot per minute rise preventing hull stress.
Titanic ascending through 3,000 feet depth. Natural sunlight strengthening, revealing more details on rusticle-covered hull approaching surface.
Faint remnants of Titanic name visible through rust. Historic identification partially preserved.
Titanic anchor chains trailing during ascent. Massive original hardware hanging from bow preserved through 113 years on ocean floor. Titanic entering final 1,000 feet of ascent. Strong sunlight revealing full extent of rust damage as legendary ship nears surface breakthrough.
Media helicopters arriving for historic moment. Global news coverage documenting Titanic return to surface after 113 years underwater.
Titanic bow visible from surface at 500 feet depth. Rusticle-covered hull clearly seen from ships as historic surface breakthrough approaches.
Titanic bow breaking surface for first time in 113 years. Historic moment as rusticle-covered railing emerges into daylight.
Ocean water cascading from hull. Atlantic waters streaming covered.
Titanic bow fully surfaced after 113 years. Complete forward section floating in protective cradle achieving unprecedented deep-sea salvage success.
Support crews stabilizing floating Titanic bow. Securing hull and cradle preventing movement, preparing for transport to restoration facility.
Heavy lift ship approaching to load Titanic. Specialized semi-submersible vessel preparing to submerge deck beneath floating hull for transport.
Heavy lift ship flooding ballast tanks. Deck submerging beneath ocean surface allowing Titanic to position above for loading.
Tugboats positioning Titanic bow over submerged deck. precise maneuvering aligning rusticle-covered hull with transport ship.
Heavy lift ship deck rising beneath Titanic. Deballasting operation lifting legendary bow section completely out of ocean onto transport vessel.
Titanic bow settling onto transport ship deck. Historic hull section secured on specialized supports preparing for journey to restoration facility.
Crews securing Titanic for ocean transport. Heavy restraints attaching to cradle preventing any hull movement during voyage to dry dock.
Transport ship departing with Titanic bow. Historic voyage beginning carrying legendary ocean liner toward restoration facility and new life.
Transport ship arriving at specialized restoration facility. Massive dry dock complex equipped for unprecedented Titanic restoration project spanning years.
Dry dock preparing to receive Titanic bow. Custom design supports positioning to cradle deteriorated hull during extensive restoration work.
Dry dock flooding to receive Titanic. Water filling basin allowing transport ship to position hull over restoration supports.
Transport ship entering flooded dry dock. Precise positioning aligning Titanic bow with restoration supports beneath water surface. Titanic bow lowering onto dry dock supports. Rusticle-covered hull carefully descending onto custom cradle for restoration work. Titanic bow settling onto restoration supports. Historic hull section now secured in dry dock, ready for extensive preservation work.
Dry dock pumping out revealing Titanic in daylight. Water draining exposing complete rusticle-covered bow section for first restoration assessment.
Fully exposed Titanic hull showing extreme deterioration. Rusticle-covered steel plating revealing a
massive restoration team assembling for Titanic project. Hundreds of naval architects, metallurgists, historians, and craftsmen preparing for unprecedented preservation.
Massive scaffolding surrounding Titanic hull. Extensive framework providing access to every section of bow for detailed restoration work.
Scientists documenting rusticles before removal, carefully recording unique bacterial formations created over 113 years for research preservation.
Careful rusticle removal beginning. Specialized chemical treatment gently dissolving rust formations without further damaging deteriorated steel.
Original Titanic steel showing severe corrosion. Hull plating thinned to dangerous levels from 113 years of bacterial action and saltwater exposure.
Ultrasonic testing measuring steel thickness. Engineers assessing how much original Titanic hull material remains after extreme deterioration. Engineers marking hull sections requiring complete replacement. Identifying areas where deterioration too severe for preservation alone.
Examining original Titanic rivets after 113 years. Iron fasteners showing extreme brittleness, requiring careful replacement during restoration.
Engineers marking hull sections requiring complete replacement. Identifying areas where deterioration too severe for preservation alone.
Examining original Titanic rivets after 113 years. Iron fasteners showing extreme brittleness requiring careful replacement during restoration.
Manufacturing replacement steel matching original Titanic specifications. Creating period-accurate plates using early 1900s metallurgy knowledge. Removing severely deteriorated hull sections. Carefully cutting away compromised steel preparing for replacement plate installation. New steel plate fitting into Titanic hull. Precisely shaped replacement section positioning where deteriorated original steel removed. Installing rivets using 1912 techniques. Period-accurate iron fasteners securing new steel plates maintaining Titanic historical authenticity. Hull restoration progressing across bow section. Patchwork of preserved original Titanic steel and new replacement plates creating stable structure. Applying advanced protective coating to restored hull. Modern preservation technology preventing future corrosion protecting Titanic for generations.
Reconstructing Titanic teak deck. Installing new deck planking above restored hull, recreating original 1912 appearance. Restoring Titanic bridge and superstructure. Rebuilding officers' quarters and wheelhouse from original plans, creating authentic appearance.
Recreating Titanic wheelhouse interior. Installing period-accurate navigation equipment and controls matching 1912 bridge layout. Accessing Titanic interior spaces. Restoration team carefully entering preserved cabins and corridors after 113 years of submersion.
First-class stateroom showing severe deterioration. Once luxurious cabin destroyed by 113 years underwater requiring complete reconstruction.
Recovering artifacts from Titanic interior. Carefully extracting preserved personal belongings, fixtures, and furnishings for conservation. Conservation laboratory preserving Titanic artifacts. Specialists using advanced techniques stabilizing objects after 113 years underwater.
Reconstructing Titanic first-class interiors. Master craftsmen rebuilding luxury accommodations from Ridge 1912 White Star Line suspect.
Installing period-accurate wood paneling in first-class cabins. Mahogany and oak matching original Titanic luxury interior specifications.
Reconstructing Titanic's legendary grand staircase. Rebuilding iconic feature from historical photograph.
Master carvers creating ornate decorative elements. Reproducing intricate woodwork matching original Titanic artistic craftsmanship. Installing period-accurate electric lighting. Reproducing original 1912 light fixtures matching Titanic electrical system throughout interior.
Placing period-appropriate furniture in restored interiors. furnishing Titanic cabins with authentic early 1900s pieces, recreating luxury experience.
Restoring Titanic first-class dining saloon. Rebuilding magnificent restaurant accommodating hundreds.
Setting tables with period-accurate china and crystal. Recreating elegant Titanic dining experience with authentic White Star Line service pieces.
Reconstructing first-class smoking room. Recreating masculine lounge with leather chairs and dark wood paneling from original designs. Completing Titanic deck promenade. Restored teak decking with reproduced railings and deck furniture, recreating passenger walking areas. Titanic ship's bell preserved and restored. Historic navigation equipment carefully conserved and remounted on restored bow. Reproducing Titanic nameplate on bow. Recreating original lettering, restoring ship identity after 113 years of deterioration. Applying final paint to restored Titanic hull. Black paint with white superstructure, recreating original 1912 White Star Line appearance.
Recreating White Star Line funnel colors. Distinctive buff yellow with black top, restoring Titanic iconic company identification.
Final inspection of restored Titanic bow section. Restoration team verifying quality and historical accuracy of unprecedented preservation project.
Restoration complete, revealing beautifully preserved Titanic. Bow section transformed from deteriorated wreck into magnificent museum ship.
Preparing Titanic as museum ship. Installing educational exhibits telling story of legendary liner, sinking, and remarkable restoration.
Dedication ceremony celebrating Titanic restoration.
Public opening of Titanic museum ship. Thousands of visitors experiencing legendary liner, learning about historic...
Visitors experiencing restored Titanic luxury. Guests viewing authentic first-class accommodations, understanding legendary liner's opulence.
Educational programs teaching Titanic story. Students learning about legendary ship, tragic sinking, deep-sea preservation, and maritime history.
International cooperation preserving Titanic as shared heritage. Multiple nations supporting restoration, recognizing legendary ship's global significance.
Titanic restoration, inspiring maritime preservation worldwide. Legendary, continuing.
Restoration achievement celebrating unprecedented maritime preservation. Titanic recovery and restoration.
Restored Titanic, representing ultimate preservation accomplishment. Beautiful museum ship, transforming from ocean